Hello, Atlanta Falcons fans. Today we have some exclusive news that you can't miss. So get ready because there's a lot of important information coming. Before continuing, leave your like to support this video. It doesn't cost anything and it helps us a lot. We have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. So help us out with your humble like, and if you're new here, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to always keep you updated. Thank you, and let's go straight to today's news. The Eagles' Super Bowl star could be the answer to Atlanta's pass rushing woes. The Atlanta Falcons will likely be a talked-about landing spot for every big-name pass rusher that hits free agency and the trade market this offseason. The team's desperation to build a capable pass rush leaves them in a position where they can only get better. Losing Lorenzo Carter and Matthew Judon this offseason is addition by subtraction. Whoever the team chooses to bring in to replace the veterans simply can't be worse. A potential fit could be former Eagle and near Super Bowl MVP Josh Sweat. On the biggest stage, Sweat had the best game of his career, getting on Patrick Mahomes for 2.5 sacks on the night. It's worth noting that Sweat only had 8.0 sacks in the 2024 season while playing on a great Eagles line. However, that total would be more than enough to make him the star of Atlanta's pass rushing options. Sweat would be an upgrade and a clear fit for what Atlanta is missing. Josh Sweat is a clear fit and a player Atlanta should keep an eye on this offseason. The only potential issue with the signing will be the cost. Sweat had a career game on the biggest stage with the world watching. His free agency price will be slightly inflated based on the show he put on against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. How much that changes his free agency price will decide whether or not he is a fit for the Falcons. Atlanta's biggest challenge in rebuilding the pass rush will be finding ways to open up needed cap space. In both the draft and free agency, there are a myriad of pass rush adjustments to make the roster better. The issue for the Falcons will be the necessary assets not finding possible fits. With that in mind, the early part of Atlanta's offseason will be defined by how the team opens up needed cap space to improve. PFF reveals Atlanta Falcons' dream offseason. Pro Football Focus, PFF, listed the dream scenario for the NFL draft and free agency for all 32 NFL teams. Their pick by the Atlanta Falcons revealed the low expectations they have for general manager Terry Fontenot when the free agency window opens next month. PFF went with edge rusher Baron Browning to the Falcons. Browning was originally drafted out of Ohio State by the Denver Broncos in the third round of the 2021 NFL Draft. The Broncos traded Browning before the November trade deadline to the Arizona Cardinals for a sixth-round pick. Browning finished the season with 21 tackles and 2 sacks in 13 games between the two teams. His 2 sacks came in 8 games with the Cardinals after he was traded. Without much buying power, Atlanta could look to cheaper options with high potential, like Baron Browning, to boost a pass rush unit that ranked 30th in both win rate, 34.5%, and PFF grade, 59.0. Mason Cameron wrote at PFF, Browning, who moved to full-time starting position in 2022, has flourished in Arizona, earning a career-high 77.2 PFF pass rush grade. Browning is a talented pass rusher who was traded by the Broncos in a contract year not because of his talent, but because of his inability to stay on the field regularly. He missed 13 games with injury in his first 3 seasons in Denver and was limited by injury in several others. The Broncos opted to move on from him while signing fellow draft pick Jonathan Cooper to a 4-year, $54 million extension. Cooper was a 7th-round pick in the same draft and, like Browning, played at Ohio State. Browning is a good low-risk, high-reward type of player if he can be acquired at the right price. But the dream? Hardly. Ironically, PFF lists the Falcons as finishing 30th in pass rush grade. Who finished 31st? The Arizona Cardinals. PFF has the Cardinals looking to improve their pass rush with an edge rusher as well, listing Haason Reddick as their dream signing. Is the Falcons' dream a reject from the Arizona Cardinals, who actually finished below Atlanta in pass pressure? According to PFF, the Falcons aren't as broken as the media is portraying. They're not in a great position with the hit they'll take from Kirk Cousins in 2025, whether he's on the team or not. Spotrac lists them 28th in the NFL for available salary cap space. However, There is plenty of contract flexibility to pursue a high-value free agent if the Falcons desire. David Onyemata is likely a cap hit that could reach $13 million in 2025. There is plenty of flexibility in the contracts of Jake Matthews, Grady Jarrett and Caleb McGarry, and owner Arthur Blank has the money to take advantage of it. Baron Browning would be a nice addition to the Falcons' defense, but he shouldn't be Terry Fontenot's top target in free agency. He should be a depth addition as the Falcons add multiple players to their defense this offseason.